gentle pause ended up being not so gentle. In fact, it ended up being much, much longer than I expected. But, this injury has really taught me a lot. And one of the biggest things that I've learned is you really do have to learn to listen to your own body. There are times that, yes, absolutely, do we need to push through and keep plugging away? Absolutely. And then there are times where we are much, much better off listening to the body. And through this concussion that started last year, I'm probably about almost 4 months in, give or take. It's, in the beginning, I did try and push through. I absolutely did, as I've done with so many other injuries. But if you have ever had a concussion before, been around someone who's had a concussion, it's not something you can push through. It's your brain. It controls everything. And so, it's not something you can do. And as an athlete, we are trained to push through things. And so it has really allowed me a lot of time of reflection of what I want to bring in 2026 through this podcast, and also help people in new ways that isn't really a ton out there, especially in the tennis world and the racket sports world, of really understanding the nervous system and the whole mind-body connection. And what I have understand time and time again with every injury, there is an emotional component, and they're not separate. We have one nervous system. Yes, we have a parasympathetic nervous system and a sympathetic nervous system, but it's all on one pathway, and it is all connected. And I do feel when people can open up their minds to understanding this more, they will actually be happier, perform better, just all around understanding themselves better. And through every injury, I have gone through an emotional component and really understanding myself deeper and processing certain emotions. And I'm not just speaking about emotions that you're feeling during the injury. For example, there were days that I basically slept all day, and it was really frustrating. I would get angry. I want my body to heal faster. I don't know if you've ever felt that way. It doesn't have to be just from a concussion, but any injury where you're just like, gosh, why is this taking so long? And instead of asking, what is this injury actually teaching me? And the other big part that I always understand about injuries is we're actually being asked to slow down and take a step back and to pause. So I'm really excited for 2026. I'm still going to be doing the Breakpoint Battle series for my podcast, HTP, but it's going to be through a different lens than I had initially envisioned. I'm still going to be bringing experts in, but it's really going to evolve around the mind-body connection and understanding how this is affecting our performance. And we're humans, and in some ways things are actually really simple. We just always love to complicate it. I'm right there with you. I love complicating things. My brain loves that sometimes. But on the other side, I also love simplicity, and I'm sure a lot of other people out there love that too. And lastly, I just want to, thank you for all the support that I have had from my family, my boyfriend, my coworkers. Up until maybe just last week, I finally started to feel like myself again, gosh, yeah. So if I have put you on hold, rescheduled you, haven't reached back out to you yet, I do apologize. It's been a journey like no other in the last 4 months, and I do plan to reach back out to you. I am still going to be doing a lot of the conversational style storytelling that will be a part of the podcast. So I will have multiple series, and each day as I continue to get stronger, I'm going to be sharing more and more. It will be a little bit different than last year. in a few different ways. So I will be sharing more details about that soon. And if any of you are like, why didn't she tell me? What happened? Honestly, when I am healing, and as in this case, my brain, I experience some of the most extreme fatigue I've ever experienced in my life. I really just didn't want to talk to anyone during that healing time. That's just how I am. It's not a personal thing towards anyone. I just basically shut down and go into healing. And when I'm ready and the body's ready and the mind's ready, then I come back and here I am. So I can't wait to share more with you guys. And thank you all for your patience. And yeah, I look forward to what's to come in 2026. Oh, now we're here. In February, almost March. Time is flying.